Dr. Mike. You know, if he had a woman, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. Y'all know that, right?
Information. I think it's also worth noting that he
would have been
donated
like,
money to combat the spread of COVID
no
prior to any of this stuff.
Stupid.
This brings us to the whole situation, which would eventually lead to an apology video. A photo was published in November of 2020 that shows Dr. Mike
look at him.
on a boat, like
he don't even look.
With a number of women wearing bikinis. He did not have a mask on. Dr. Mike posted an apology video on his secondary channel.
I'm done.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Don't need any more nigger big shots.
Same pearl, different video. Welcome back to the channel. If you see me in this sweater, just know that I filmed all in that one day. All in that one day. And you know why I say that? Because I'm not changing my shirt to make it look like it's a different day. It's not. You guys will always know what day it is. I'm just gonna put the time and the date right below. Anyways, back to the video. I'm gonna be putting a mask on because look, my pores, you guys, they're massive. Like, I'm just like, what is happening to my skin? Like, I am literally gonna go back to my dermatologist. Like, even though I have everything I'm supposed to be using, either that or I need to start doing my facials and stuff. Like, I don't know. But anyways, let's get into this tea. So Dr. Mike, okay, look, let me tell you something. Dr. Mike, when he first popped up in my radar, I think it was years ago, low-key. I just remember being like, he is so fine. I want him. Where's his girlfriend? Who's his wife? Like, whatever. Besides the point, when everything was going on with COVID, right? I remember in February, I was in class and I was talking about it. And I said that it was going to be very serious and way more serious than what everybody else is taking it. And somebody actually brought Dr. Mike in the conversation and said, well, Dr. Mike hasn't said anything, so, you know, everything that Dr. Mike says, I just go off of what he says. Like, somebody literally rose their hand and said that. And I just thought in my head, like, wow, do you see, like, where we are in society? Do you see where we are? We're at a point where people are like, no, I'm not even going to hear anything else anyone is saying because Dr. Mike, the most attractive doctor on the face of this earth right now, is telling me something that is way more factual than what you think or what your news source is saying. And that is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? I let them have their piece. And I was like, I love Dr. Mike. Yeah, he's so sweet. Da, 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 da. But you know me, you guys. I'm pretty intuitive. I just go kind of off of how like feelings and stuff. And Dr. Mike is not somebody that I'm just like dying to go watch his video. You know what I mean? Like maybe if it actually not even maybe if like really his videos blew up like this year because of COVID. And other than that, it was just kind of like, okay, that's Dr. Mike. Like I'm not a big fan of him like that. He just comes off way too, you know, people who come off too perfect. It's just like, why are you so perfect? Like, it just, I don't understand. Like, everything about you is just perfect. Like everything about you, like, nah, bro, you have to have some flaws. You have to have some, like, mistakes or something. So for me, I feel like this was the perfect opportunity for Mr. Dr. Micah to come through and really do it right. You know, to where we all kind of gained, you know, back his reputation and his, you know, like his accuracy. Like now I'm just like, boy, you here for all the money, the sponsorships and the coin and the pussy, all of it. That's why you're here, Dr. Mike. I don't want to hear it because look, this is the thing. This is where I'm at with him, okay? If you really felt bad or you really was apologizing for all of the other doctors, nurses, workers, essential workers that have to be out here working, literally don't even have enough freaking money to even think about going to a party, let alone having a Thanksgiving that's normal like the rest of the other years that they had. Let me calm down and act like I am fine because I am. Anyways, but for you to really like do that and act as if, you know, you're not like you're really sorry, then why did you put it on your main account that has 6.5 million freaking people? That's what bothers me about these people, bro. It's like, if you're going to apologize about something or if you're actually going to make a mistake about something, can you be real? Can you just be real about it? Like, there's no, like, even if it was like so messed up to where it's like unforgivable, just be real about it. Because at that point, I could at least give you the respect. I could at least give you the benefit of the doubt. But like, to see you sit up there and put it on your other account that I didn't even know about, boy, you think I knew that Dr. Mike had another account? Please, I didn't know about that until he put the apology on there. I'm like, I'm not a fan. So I just feel the need to talk and talk about Dr. Mike before we hop into this reaction, because I know Dr. Todd about. Ooh, Todd, you about to make me laugh. I already know, Todd. I know this man's about to make me laugh because, first of all, you're a whole doctor too, so I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, let me know what you guys think about Dr. Mike's whole situation. Do you think he's gonna bounce back? Because for me, I know he's gonna bounce back, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, I hate it, but at the same time, it's like, dang, man. To be young, intelligent, rich, and attractive in America, let alone this earth, yeah, people see it as, you know, the golden nugget, the golden winner. So let's see what the hypocrisy has to say. Literally, he literally put Dr. Mike, hypocrisy scandal. I'm done with this man. Oh God, Dr. Grande, bring it, Todd. Let's hear it.
Well, this is Dr. Grande.
Hey.
Today's question asks if I can cover the Dr. Mike hypocrisy scandal.
Just his face
and
alone.
Specifically take a look at
Hilarious.
his apology video. Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel,
Always.
and consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll put the link to Patreon in the description for this video.
Bet.
So first I'll go through a brief background of Dr. Mike, and then I'll move to this whole situation with the hypocrisy and the apology video. Starting with the background, Mikhail Varshavsky
Oh, that's
was
his name?
born in 1989 in the Soviet Union, now Russia.
Mm.
His family immigrated to Brooklyn, New York when he was
that.
around 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
He went to medical school, completing it in 2017, but started his career as an influencer on Instagram in 2012 when he was still a medical
look
student.
at that. Influencer
There
first.
he went by the name Dr. Mike.
Look at that. Yo, he's Russian? I like Russian. I don't know why. Well, I like them a lot. I used to talk to a lot back in the day, like on Periscope when I used to stream. Yo, I like Russians.
He became popular in 2015 when BuzzFeed wrote an article about
there we
him,
go.
and when People magazine named him the sexiest doctor alive.
Yeah, he's so fine.
He started his YouTube channel in 2017. He is a physician in a family practice in New Jersey. So looking at Dr. Mike's presence on YouTube, we see he has two channels. His main channel has about 6.5 million subscribers and is viewed over 22 million times each month. He also has a secondary channel. Here we see 58,000 subscribers and about 1 million views a month. On his main channel, he has videos that appear to be geared mostly to a younger audience. He combines his knowledge of medicine with popular topics. Here are a few examples of his video titles. Prank calling doctors as a doctor. Doctor reacts to cringy TikToks. Doctor reacts to hilarious SNL medical sketches. A reference to Saturday Night Live. And we see several episodes of Doctor reacts to priceless memes. Mixed in with this entertainment content, we also see a number of educational videos about various topics, including COVID-19. Here we see he supports the idea of wearing a mask and talks about aspects of the pandemic, acknowledging
I want to know how much money he made.
Is extremely dangerous and people should take significant measures to avoid transmission. This brings us to the whole situation, which would eventually lead to an apology video. A photo was published in November of 2020 that shows Dr. Mike
look at
on a
him.
boat, like
He don't
a
even
yacht,
look.
with a number of women wearing bikinis. He did not have a mask on. Dr. Mike posted an apology video on his secondary channel.
I'm done.
Where he described what happened. He traveled to Miami, where he said his friends surprised him with a private boat. He was excited by this. He claimed that he checked the CDC guidelines as they would apply to boats. He went on to explain that he was young, healthy, and lives alone. Therefore, upon evaluating the situation, he determined his risk level was acceptable. Even still, he explained that he messed up and needed to do better, as the impact of his trip could harm the medical message that he has been spreading on his YouTube channel. I find it interesting he used the phrase impact of his trip instead of saying his behavior could harm the medical message.
Because something's wrong with that man.
He claimed that conspiracy theorists are using his situation to downplay how dangerous COVID is. He said that it feels like he was being used for nefarious purposes. Dr. Mike ended the video saying he was sorry. This has been a mistake. He will engage in self-reflection and continue to learn from his mistakes. The challenge that a lot of people have, of course, with the situation is it makes Dr. Mike look hypocritical. It doesn't help that a representative of his released a statement saying that Dr. Mike had only removed his mask because he was getting in the water.
Right.
So I guess
He can do no wrong,
to the edge of the
which
boat,
is my problem.
tripped, and ended up
We
in a
all do
supposed
wrong.
photograph with 14 other people.
Every day.
To be fair, in a photo, it's not always easy to infer movement. So I guess right after that shot was taken, he fell right into the water. Dr. Mike has spent months telling people to wear a mask, to avoid being close to other people, and stressing the dangers of COVID, only to break those rules. So let's take a look at his apology video. There are some good points and some bad points. On the good side, Dr. Mike mentioned self-reflection. This is a key part that many YouTube content creators miss in the myriad apology videos we see on YouTube. The idea that it's not enough to say you're sorry, you really have to explain the process for avoiding the mistake in the future. So he did that, and I think that's good.
I think he probably had PR help him create it anyway.
Something like that.
I mean, he's not dumb. Dr. Mike ain't dumb.
Replacement, you can get
He
it.
definitely probably knows how to put an apology
Good.
together. But why didn't he put it on his main page?
Let's look at the negative points.
Hypocrisy.
First, he starts off by saying we're all struggling. It was like setting himself up to mention his mistake. I don't think this was necessarily catastrophic, but it's important not to put anything in an apology video that deflects blame. Second, he talked about all these things he did to make sure that what he was doing was right, only to admit he was ultimately wrong. It would have been better to just start off with, I was wrong, because in doing what he did here, it makes it look like his decision-making process is flawed. It's like he's implying that he applied his best evaluation skills to the situation, he contemplated it carefully, and he could not come up with the right answer. It would be better to say, I am impulsive, to build on the fact that he was excited about that boat, which he mentioned, rather than to admit premeditation. Third, as I mentioned before, he used the phrase impact of his trip instead of behavior. It makes it seem like he's deflecting blame.
He didn't talk about anything he did, which is crazy.
About the conspiracy theorist. This seems like a way to deflect blame to other people. He's looking at the other people saying they used what I did for an evil purpose. It's more accurate to say Dr. Mike's own hypocrisy provided evidence to the conspiracy theorist.
Thank you.
His behavior aided their position.
Right.
The conspiracy theorists, in this case, are not misinterpreting something that Dr. Mike did. Rather, they are literally looking at his activity and seeing how it does not match his behavior. So as we can see, on top of not following the science on COVID, Dr. Mike didn't follow the science of making a YouTube apology video either. Now, even though I didn't like the apology video, I'm a little torn on how bad this really is for Dr. Mike. He promotes his channel as educational, but as I demonstrated, it's really more about entertainment. A number of silly topics that are fun, but it's not clear how many people watch the channel to learn about science. Dr. Mike is young. At the time I'm making this video, he's 31. He hasn't been a physician very long. Perhaps his lighthearted, fun videos are consistent with his lifestyle. He wants to have a good time. He wants to spend time with friends on yachts. He doesn't want to worry about the restrictions of the pandemic. Perhaps this was just a mistake. He was giving in to his desire to have fun, and it's not necessarily indicative of some terrible pattern of hypocrisy. Another thing to keep in mind is that the same personality traits that allow him to be successful as an influencer may put him at risk for these types of problems. His persona, the image he projects to the public, is somebody who is high in openness to experience, mid-range conscientiousness, high extroversion, high agreeableness, and low neuroticism. Now, specifically looking at that extroversion, this allows him to be outgoing and friendly, but it comes with the downside of being sensation-seeking. Another thing to consider is that Dr. Mike became famous initially because he was physically attractive. Some have suggested that this situation is bad because somebody as attractive as him should not be a hypocrite or make bad decisions. There is no connection between those constructs.
That's what I was about to say.
The last point I want to make is that just because somebody is hypocritical, it doesn't mean their primary message, the message that they say as opposed to do, is incorrect. Much of Dr. Mike's information on his channel comes from the CDC or other sources of accurate information.
Dr. Mike. You know, if he had a woman, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. Y'all know that, right?
Information. I think it's
Good
also
plan.
worth noting that he
They would've
donated
been like,
money to combat the spread of COVID
Check no
prior
damn
to
picture.
any of this stuff.
Stupid.
With the hypocrisy. To sum things up, it seems clear that Dr. Mike did make a mistake. But the good news,
Okay.
from an entertainment perspective, is that he compounded that mistake with a bad apology. So the primary goal of entertainment was preserved. If there's any thoughts on this
You
whole
dumb.
situation with Dr. Mike, please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue.
It was preserved.
As always, I hope you found my analysis of
I
this topic
immediately
to be
thought about some
interesting.
jam.
Thanks for watching.
You're welcome, doctor. You're welcome. I can't, y'all. Like, what the heck? It just makes me mad that, like, if anything, this is going to be beneficial for him. You know what I mean? Like, now people who don't even know him are going to be like, wait, who's that? Oh, are you talking about the attractive doctor that, like, partied during the pandemic? Oh my God, yeah. Bro, you know, and what sucks, like, let me be real with you guys. There are some states in America that are, like, on hard lockdown, and there's some states that are not. Like, Texas is not on lockdown. Like, it's just interesting how it's like we're all living the same thing, but in, like, different, I don't even know, different minds, eras, situations. Like, everyone has a different situation, it seems like. Like, for me, I am just, like, so grateful that I have been healthy this whole year. Like, I still can't believe it. I'm just like, I don't know what guardian angel is around me or what, because I literally have not been sick at all this entire year. And I'm counting my blessings, you guys. I'm counting them because, wow, I really was, like, scared. I'm not gonna lie. The beginning of this year, I was terrified about getting sick. I was like, because I don't do well sick. I'm one of those people that, like, I get sick and it's the end of the world. It's the end of the whole world. I'm like, oh, everything sucks. I hate everyone. What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? So, anyways, love you guys so much. Let me know what y'all thought about this reaction. Let me know what y'all think about Dr. Mike, because honestly, I'm disappointed and I'm over it. Like, I'm just not gonna take him as, like, somebody, like, that serious anymore, to be honest. Not that I did anyway, because you're just too attractive. Like, I just can't get past it sometimes. I'm just like, bro, you are just attractive. Like, that's all I'm seeing in my face right now. I don't know how they go to this man and act like I would be googly-eyed, low-key, probably. Anyways, y'all know I can ramble on forever. I'll see y'all in the next one. If you're brand new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, love you. I'm gonna go take my mask off now. Magnetic mask. Let's see if I can get any before we go. Boom. Look at that. What? Link in bio.
Pulling out the coupe in the lot, 12 for a squat, busting all the bells out the box, hit the lick.